about the process of culture one day. You have to have it done.
They're not a quality
Physically. I had a buddy in the neighborhood. He was a sophomore. He was he pitched it the next year.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Thanks again, Bob and Russ. I haven't seen you, but good seeing you, and John for inviting Benedictine personnel to come out. I know a lot of you, I don't know if I met or had an opportunity to see each of you yet today, but I knew a lot of you from 10 years ago when I was the alumni director. I'm actually the advancement director now, and haven't seen you in a couple months or years, as prior to that I was the athletic director, and often on a Saturday we'd have some type of competition. So I'm back, I'm the advancement director, and a lot of people ask, what is advancement? I don't know if it's a new trend within the last 15 or 20 years, but advancement is really just the external operations that make up the school. So our department, which is made up of 5 of us, don't really deal with the curriculum or the teaching. It's all external. So the database, alumni relations, marketing, publications, special events, etc. So I have the fortune to lead that team, and as Dr. Basu said, as any Bengal competitor, I'm a 2004 graduate, we know that we're going to strive to be the best at what we can be. So in advancement this year, we set 2 goals. We're going to enhance our event participation, we're going to enhance our physical participation. Cost to educate a student is $16,000 at Benedictine. The tuition is $11,000. So our department is in charge of making up that $5,000 gap per each child. So take 400 students times $5,000, it's a lot of money. And it's because of you, alums, benefactors of Benedictine, that aid in that effort to bridge that gap. So I want to thank each and every one of you for your participation in our annual fund, which allows current students the opportunity to receive the Benedictine education in which they deserve. Okay, at one point, I'm sure each of us in this room had someone contributing to their education, whether it be their parents or an alum that came before them that aided in the tuition, and the case is still the same this year. So thank you all for doing that. Doc mentioned our gifts are up 48% from last year, so our mission is carrying on. As Bob said, the tradition is intact, and we're grateful for all of that support. The second is event participation. Since this group last met, January, we held our Alumni Career Day during Catholic Schools Week. This is the second year in which we've done that. Last year we had 22 alums come back and speak to our student body in a very organized fashion where each speaker had 3 opportunities to meet with 3 different groups. Our students signed up for those respective careers that they were interested in, talked for 20 minutes, a 3-minute bell would go, 20 minutes, a 3-minute bell would go, 20 minutes. This year we had 34 alums come back and speak. So, talking about goals, enhancing our participation, we did just that. We're looking to
Coming in?
you might go get a cup of coffee and then come in. But next year we could always plan on the date being Catholic Schools Week,
Wait, he's there.
which is the last week of January. So please feel free to, you're welcome. Please feel free to mark that date on your calendar, last Wednesday of January. Come back, sign up, tell your story to Benedictine. It's important. They want to hear a different voice, and each of you have a respective career that may interest one of our students. The Blue and White Gala last month netted $300,000 in one night. $300,000 netted. So what happened was, it takes 10 months to plan. It was a very special evening. We had 400 plus guests. A lot of generous contributions that aided in student scholarships, and we were excited about those numbers and giving the opportunity for, again, the theme, more students to experience Benedictine education. Lastly, and most importantly, talking about participation, reunion weekends coming up. Brian Lacey, who a lot of you have met, you receive his communication digitally as well as through snail mail. He is our alumni director. He's spearheading Alumni Reunion Weekend, which is June 22nd through 24th. Classes that are being honored, that are celebrating milestones, are classes ending in 3 and 8. However, all Benedictine alums are welcome. Bob mentioned on Saturday of Reunion Weekend is another get-together. So the two events parlay well together, as out-of-town guests have an opportunity to come visit this event as well as come back to the school and see a lot of their old friends, as well as facility upgrades and just walk the halls. So save that date. We would love, love, love to have you come back and visit with all of us the week of June 22nd through 24th. 22nd, the school will host a stag night, and the 24th, the school on Sunday morning will offer a mass. That is all I have. I appreciate all that you guys do to make Benedictine a special and better place. If you need anything from me, always feel free to reach out. But I thank Bob, Russ, and John again for inviting us to share our story. Any questions?
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Like I always said, the old and the new. This is why it keeps us together. It knows what's going on, but we are not forgotten. That's the whole thing here. We are not forgotten. That's why we do what we do, and that we appreciate that, okay? So going on, let us go. We're going to go with, oh, John, you have something to say yet?
Yeah, we're gonna have Nobby up.
Nobby, you have something? Anybody else have something to say before we go? Let's go.
All right, well, I'll come
All
up.
right,
All
go on.
that I would like to say is that we are all obviously over age 60. And so,
What else is new?
we should be sure that maybe we did not repay Benedictine for, wonderful benefits which we have received. We may want to think about the number one, having Benedictine as a beneficiary when we write our wills. Secondly, if you're over age 70 and a half and you have an IRA or a profit sharing plan, etc., you just have to take funds. You can beat IRS by giving them money from your IRA or your 401k or whatever, right into Benedictine from your IRA fund, and you do not have to pay any income tax on that money at all, because there have been very significant changes, and when you file, you may not itemize anymore how we used to, because if you're single, you can automatically take a $12,000 deduction, or if you're married, a $24,000 deduction, as compared to all your contributions plus the real estate taxes on your house and the city and the state. So basically, all I want to say is having money sent right from your retirement fund into Benedictine is a real nice way to beat up on IRS. And I've been beating up on IRS all my life. Wonderful satisfaction.
Beat up on them, they send me to jail.
All right, thank you, Nobby.
He did.
All right, Johnny, it's all yours.
Wait, John,
Okay.
I gotta move fast.
Okay, come on, we got a leak break.
I just wanna know, who invites these Italian guys?
Yeah.
What about you over there?
You like this when you're eating
You're the
lunch,
exception,
George.
George. But a couple of things. One, shameless self-promotion to begin with. I know a number of veterans in the audience, and I'm a contributor to a DD 214 Chronicle. I have a story this month in here on Benedictine father, who was a chaplain for the Confederacy in the Civil War. It's no cost. You can get them at libraries, or you can go to www.dd214 Chronicle and read it every month and read some back issues. Secondly, more important, well, by the way, being a contributor means that you don't get paid, but you get a little notoriety and a free pint of Guinness on occasion. More importantly, we have some books Mr. Francioli authored on his experiences in World War II. I want to say 3rd Infantry Division, was it, in Italy?
Pardon?
Your unit, 3rd Infantry Division?
I was in 36th Infantry Division,
It was the Texas National Guard.
France,
Then reserves me.
Germany, Austria, and the Ardennes.
So they're going to be outside here, if you haven't gotten one yet, $15. Cash, please. Don't take any checks from Davis or anything. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you all for coming.
All right,
You're
Johnny.
playing the shark.
Okay, let's start. We're going to start with, in June is the Benedictine weekend reunion, okay? So I will run down with that a little bit. First of all, we will start off. Friday night on June 22nd will be the stag night, okay? And it's at the high school. And the time, I guess, Chris, check me, 6:30 till about 10:30 p.m.
Got it.
Got it? Okay. And if you are going to have a name tag?
Yep, we'll have a name tag.
Not to say, who the hell are you? I mean, when we start, who the hell are you? What class are you from, okay? This is nice to have, so you know who you are from what class. We had this, and now they're going to have it, okay? The Saturday morning, on June 23rd, we will have a special breakfast here. So that means out of state will be coming in classmates to join us. And they'll be at the stag night. Then in the morning here, you can have a little more quiet and associate with one another, okay? Now, I ask that you bring a yearbook, one of your yearbooks, and bring it on that day, because we're going to have get together. We're going to try to get classes together, and then we're going to sign your yearbooks together, like little memory books, because this is what we got. And I figured I'd like to know if you like to go by classes and sit with each other, or do you want to just come in and mix in with one another, like we've been doing? How do you feel about that? I would have classes like, say, 30 to 1956, 56 to 60, 60 to 70, and 70 to 2012. I mean, do you want to go by classes, or would you like to be mixed in with one another? What's your feelings on that? Anybody? Do you want to go to classes, or do you want to just mix it?
Do I have to sit by him?
Yeah, you have to, if we go by classes, because, to tell you the truth, it's a little different, and because I got it like, say, 1946 to 1957. We start here with 2 tables, 56 to 60, with another 3 or 4 tables, and then we go all down the line. And the chairs would be like here. You put your yearbooks on until we get to the time where we're going to look at them, sign them, and you'll be together. But you'll be together with your own classmates. And it'll be this way where the chair will be out and you put the name on your yearbook. So would you like to go by classes? It'd be kind of nice for one time. So we're going to do that. So it'll be different on the 23rd. When you come in, look for your class section where you're going to be. And that's where it's going to be. Your tables are going to be assigned. And I think it's going to be really nice. Okay? All right. We'll do that. Now, yes.
Put 4 chairs on a table.
I'll put stools in.
Nobody
Okay?
else, nobody else.
Sunday, you know, there's going to be the Abbey breakfast and the Mass. After the Mass at 10:30 a.m., they'll either have the breakfast, I don't know if they'll be in the Abbey or the high school. Chris, do you have any idea?
More than likely, it'll either be in the parlor or the school cafeteria. It all depends on.
Well, that's why I put
participation.
both, because I'm not
Yep.
sure where that's gonna be.
Well, the Mass would for sure be in the Abbey. So we would either walk back over to the school or we would just stay within the parlor.
Okay, all right. So for Saturday, June 23rd, the special breakfast, you'll be on a time situation. We only got 2 hours to squeeze all this in. So it's going to be like 9 a.m. to 10. It'll be 9:15 introductions of classmates and so forth. Guest speakers will be on time. We're going to have the blessing of our books, the photo album we have, and the Benedictine, all deceased of the Benedictine that have passed away. I'm going to have that set up, and a prayer will be said either by Father Gerard, or secondly, will be Father Euler. They'll say the blessing at that time. And I think that's a good time for all of us to remember what was going on then. Okay, and then after that, we will have the signing of all books, share your memories. We'll have that like say 10 to 10:30. And then after that, we will dismiss, and we won't see each other until about September 8th. But here's the question at hand too, another note. We know that the winter months are very cruel for us to get together. January, February, the coldest, the snowiest, the iciest. Would you like to change the month that we could all make it together that's warmer
Yeah.
and more feasible for traveling,
Can we go
for
down there?
whatever? So,
I can't fly to Florida, fly to Florida.
yeah.
Can we go down there Arizona or something?
Yeah, you got the airfare, we'll go. So here's the thing, we have it January, April, and September. So I was thinking, would you like March, June, or September? What months would you like, starting to get it in where it's all good weather? Forget December, forget January, and forget February. Would you like to go March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, and end in November? And then all the cold weather starts coming in after that. Would you like those months? It's up to you.
Yes.
What do you decide?
Yes.
It made it more comfortable for traveling and getting together. And don't forget, for us, it's good because it's in the daytime, not nighttime. So would you like to go March, April, May, June, July, August, and September, October, November? What do you say? If you're in favor, raise your hand. Or?
I vote for we begin in April.
What?
I vote that we begin in April.
April, May, June?
Well, we don't do every month now, do we? We do every
We go
6
every 3
weeks?
months.
Yeah, so go 3 months from April.
April, May, June, July, August, September.
Have 3 times a year.
And then after September, it's October, November, or December.
Right.
Would you like that? Okay.
Hey, Bob, say about it.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Are you saying we're gonna have a meeting every month?
No, we meet every 3 months.
Oh, okay, you kept saying 3 months together. It sounded like we're gonna
Right,
clear
no, we picked 3 months, but we want to pick 3 good months that we can come with the weather.
skip January and February.
Well, March is good. How about March? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I like
Want
it.
March or April to start?
April.
April, May, June. July, August, September, October, November, and one in December.
That's
Is
good.
that
Right
good
at
with you?
Christmas time. Right during
No,
the big
we don't need to do it
Okay.
in December.
All right, we'll end up with December. I'll change that, and we start that in 2019.
2019.
Because we got to get these guys on schedule with us.
Bob, I gotta eat green bananas. They take 4 days to ripen. I don't know where I'll get it for.
Well, we got September 8th here, and then I gotta make it for next year.
I'll get you.
So we're gonna start this next year.
Mr. Franchioli wants to say something.
Yes.
This has nothing to do with what you're talking about, but I felt I must say a word. I have some little books that are a capsule of what happened to me during one of the most momentous occasions of my life. I was in the infantry division, and I have these little books that talk about my life. I brought them here, but my idea was not to make money, but the idea of the booklet was to show everybody that doesn't know that the American Army of the United States, the American military, is the best in the world. Our soldiers were the best soldiers available. 20 million of them were, would you believe, 20 million were incorporated in the military, the American military. Of that 20 million, 2,500,000 were killed, murdered, whatever. They died. And I just want the message that if it weren't for the United States military, gentlemen, none of us would be here. We would be speaking Japanese, Russian, or some other idea. There would be no United States. And that is my message. God bless them, all the guys that served and helped make this possible. And by the way, today we are on the verge of almost the same thing happening again. And so God bless us all, and thank you for allowing me to speak.
If you wish a copy, it's on my table. I think, what, $15 a copy if you wish to purchase. Okay? Now, just so I don't want to end up here saying, in 2019, we will start with a new month. We got one more month besides June 23rd. We got September 8th, which will be our next get-together, okay? So I'm just hoping that we could make it for that time, and I will see you all then. Now, another thing, if you're all here, if there's something you like change, if there's something you want to do extra, this is your breakfast. We could always add or do something that you want. So be free to, let us know. So guys, I want to thank you again all for coming, and we'll see you on June 23rd. Mark it on your calendars for the big weekend reunion here on the 23rd. Thank you.